My name is Stu Copans. I have lived in Brattleboro since 1977. I had started doing mail art before coming to Brattleboro. I was in the Public Health Service in Washington, D.C. when my wife and I were engaged, and she would write me long letters every day talking about what she was doing. I'm not a letter writer, but I would send her postcards with drawings and artwork every day. And then we got married, and I discovered that it was wonderful being married, but I missed making my postcards. But it wasn't until somewhat later that I met Dave, either at a child psychiatry meeting because we had a mutual friend, Doug Kramer, or because we both were invited to be members of a thing called the Group for Advancement of Psychiatry. And we also presented a series of workshops at the Academy of Child Psychiatry and the American Psychiatric Association, focused on the theme of failure in therapy, which is something that many people are reluctant to talk about.
Okay, so everything you said is at least half true. I'm a child family psychiatrist, and I'm at the Upstate Medical Center in Syracuse, New York. And I work with around families and chronic illness. And so one comes to know a fair amount about failure, but I call failure impasse. It's where you get stuck. And curiously, what we were writing about in the paper on failure is that getting stuck requires creativity. It makes you think, and it makes you think in novel ways and that's different for how conventional psychiatry thinks, because conventional psychiatry likes conventional pre-planned ideas. I met him because he was a cartoonist and did these cartoons for the Child Psychiatry newsletter. And I liked him, and then he corresponded with me after we published this paper on failure in family therapy. Okay, so I guess that's how we get started, right?
Yeah. And so you can see when Dave starts out, we have lots of words, and collages. My things are mostly drawings, but then David begins to draw and begins to use some color. And Dave saw an exhibit of Hundertwasser, and his things just got amazing after that.
As we went along, there was a process between us. Stuart was kind of leading the way, and then I started copying him and doing stuff that was inspired by him, collages and then little sketches, but all of it around text. And then gradually the text started to shrink and the images increased. So I discovered the great pleasure of creating images, and I can't emphasize enough, I'm no artist, but he found an artist in me.
By doing these books and sending them back and forth, you don't ever feel the need for closure. You can keep going in lots of directions, and then Dave will respond to a direction, and then I will respond to his direction,